Looks like we're going.
Oh, fantabulous. Yep. Let's see, we'll do that. And I got to clear out. I've got so many things that go on at the same time. Well, we got I got to monitor you, Robert. Got to keep you on the up and up here. Okay, good. We are settled. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is Saturday. It is May 27th. Happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. And please remember that this is a holiday to remember those who gave all, who gave their lives in order for the U.S. to be the great nation that we are today. So just take a moment, especially on Monday, to do that. And happy Memorial Day to the families who gave all. So,
Amen.
moving right along, just want to welcome everybody to our Ask Me Anything with the amazing Robert Hollis. And amazing meaning amazing. That's why we call it Ask Me Anything. Yeah, Robert, I think it just worked out that way. So it's fantastic with
You're you're
everything that's
you're
going
you're
on.
always coming up with the nice little one-liners and zingers. That's your job. That's why you get paid the big dollars.
Woo woo! Well, you're the inspiration. So
Thank you.
it goes both ways. Now, before we get started, I always like to let everybody know if you're watching us on YouTube, please like our video, share the video. You click on that share button, you get the link and put it on your socials. And of course, subscribe to our channel. It is an amazing channel and it is only going to grow bigger, betterer, gooderer, whatever you want. It's going to be awesome. And we're really we're really working on developing our community. And we are so glad to have you on board with us. So if you want to join our inner circle, which is kind of our community within the community, this is going to be awesome. Just go to roberthollis.com/join. We'll post that link in the chat, in both chats, in the Zoom chat as well as the YouTube chat. And then also, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, there is a little button down below. In fact, I think there we are, somewhere around there. The video that says join. Click on that. That's the same thing. Either way, you will be joining our exclusive community, our inner circle, where we will have a lot of great things happening just for inner circle members. So you want to be part of the inner circle. Now, first, before we get started, actually, speaking of inner circle, I know I'm saying things over and over again. I'm just excited about today. I want to welcome our new members to the Inner Circle from within the last week. Jay Clark, Sherry Grabinski, Sarah Lipscomb, Sally Dominguez, Ilona Van Koperen, Manasseh Positively Polly, Peter Stewart, Dr. Linda Douglas, Stephen Harris, Ola Meyer, James Saunders, and Thomas Booth. I think I mentioned their names earlier in the week with another one, but just figure, let's go ahead and get everybody in because I think there were a couple of names I did not mention. Welcome each and every one of you to the Inner Circle. And so please join us there. Also, if you want to ask Robert a question, which will be coming up shortly, please pose your question in YouTube in the chat. We'll catch it. We'll ask it on your behalf. You can also do the same thing here in Zoom. Post it in the chat in Zoom, or as Dee Dee's hand is up, and I know I have a question already from last week that I'm going to catch up on with us, Robert.
Okay.
You can go ahead and raise your hand, and we will call on you to ask Robert a question personally. Now, if you're in YouTube and you want to ask Robert a question personally, you would go to roberthollis.com. Now, Robert posted live, /live or /AMA, either one. You'll get in and you can speak with Robert one-on-one. Or in Zoom, put your cursor in the middle of the screen. On the bottom, you'll see a bunch of buttons, one of which says reactions. Click on the reactions button and then click on raise hand. That will tell us that you have a question and that we will ask you to share your question with Robert. And Robert, today was an amazing quote that I found from Bob Proctor to kick us off. And it's so apt for what we share, what we do, what we think about here in the inner circle, and of course with you. Bob Proctor said, today, choose to let go of an idea that is holding you back from the life you really want. Something to think about.
Very cool.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman, his belief in the power of personal development and self-improvement is at the heart of his message every single day. And when he sits and talks with you, and his uplifting words and encouraging spirit inspire others to push themselves beyond their limits and achieve full potential. And I emphasize that because, yes, he is about all of that. And his dedication to giving back to others and making a positive impact on the world, truly inspiring. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Robert Hollis!
Well, thank you so much, Craig, the hostess with the mostest, the best MC ever. I really appreciate each and every one of you going on here. And again, like Bill, like Craig said, there's no way that I can give you enough thank yous and enough love and appreciation for being in the inner circle. Or now have 50 members in the inner circle. And also for all the people during the day, during the dailies that I do that have been super chatters. It's really, really amazing to see that the money that's coming in that's going to be able to go to children and that don't have parents, and then also to animals. And we're going to do videos and stuff showing you guys us giving that money. And so again, like Craig said, the other thing we did, I don't know if some of you noticed that we did our first podcast, our first vision podcast, and the title of it was how do you know that? And I think that Craig and Matthew did an amazing job. I just thought it was so fun. I got so many people that were, gave me comments on it because, hey, you get to hear three people and you find out that we're more alike than we are different. And no one wants to ever think that, oh my God, I think all this stupid stuff and I'm always beating myself up and I'm always guilty and I always got shame and sometimes I'm a right fighter. And then when you hear other people say, yeah, me too, I'm telling you what, that makes a world of difference. It really, really does. So I thank each and every one of you for your love and your support, and let's get started. Let's get going.
Fantastic. And I'm going to put the link for our podcast in the chats so you can follow us. It's a really simple link. I'll tell you right now, it's youtube.com/the Robert Hollis /podcasts. So you can watch. Very simple. So you can watch that very, very first podcast. And yeah, it was so much fun. Thank you so much, Robert. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot more to come. And not only do we have the podcasts, we are also on a brand new channel called Discord, which it's very simple to get to. It's roberthollis.com/Discord. So you can join us there. There's going to be a lot of stuff. This community that we are building is growing big time. And we want to take you with us. And we appreciate you so much for joining us and sharing this journey, this brand new adventure with everyone. So let's get started with Ask Me Anything. Once again, if you have a question for Robert, you need to raise your hand for those of you that are here in the Zoom, or just ask a question on YouTube. Just type your question in the chat. You can do that in the Zoom chat too, or put your cursor in the middle of the screen where you see all the videos, where you see me right now. On the bottom, you see reactions button. Click on that and then click on raise hand. We have two people who've already raised their hands, and Dee Aston, I should say, and Sarah. So we're going to get to them in just a minute, but we have a leftover question, Robert, that I want to pose to you.
Please.
And this one was from Eric Markham. Actually, it was part of our breakthrough session, but you know what? I think it applies even to today. to the general audience, the Ask Me Anything group, the community here at large. So Eric asked, what fundamental mindset or belief do you think is most crucial for someone to develop in order to build significant wealth and become a millionaire?
It really is the title of everything we're doing. It's vision. So if you have a clear vision of what you want to do, it seems like it just happens very quickly. And I'll give each and every one of you a scenario that I think that each and every one of you can get and grab right away. And how many people know someone that has a driver's license? Do any of you have a driver's license? Okay. If we walk through that process, isn't it funny that you go from the first stage of not knowing, which is unconscious, incompetent? It's like you're getting to and fro school. You're going back and forth to your sporting events. You're going shopping and visiting grandparents. And it's pretty obvious that you're in a car. Start out in a car seat and you're just along for the ride. And of course, when you're young, you don't understand. So you say, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Because you really don't comprehend that it takes time to travel a certain distance, right? Then all of a sudden you get around your teenage years, and I'm talking your early teenage years, and then all of a sudden 13, 14, and you go, wow, there's people that I know now that didn't used to drive that now drive. And it was always this funny thing in school. It was like, every guy wanted a car as soon as he could because that was an easy way to get a date. And so as soon as you had the mental thought in your mind, I want to get my driver's license, don't you find it that you do two things that are really important? You start asking questions on how to fulfill that vision. So you start thinking about, I'm going to drive. Now, you still don't know anything, but now you start doing the research. And people go, well, how do you get a driver's license? Oh, well, first you got to take driver's ed. Where do I take driver's ed? How many of you know, depending on the state that you grew up in, that they told you when you were able to take driver's ed? You knew exactly when you were age eligibility, right? When you were at the right age and what class you had to take. It wasn't, I'm opting out of that. So you see a lot of people that might not still be successful with their business or their online marketing. So the second phase that you go into is you're conscious, but you're really incompetent, right? So you really are putting it together. Okay, what do I got to do? I got to get driver's ed. When I homeschooled my boys, and so I found out that they needed 40 hours of driving, and 10 of those 40 hours had to be at night. You know what I mean? So now you find out the requirements of doing it. The next step, of course, is you got to get your learner's permit. Now, we didn't have one. You know what I mean? I'm 61 years old. I grew up in Montana. They tried to get you a driver's license as quick as you could so you could use farm equipment to help out your family. And so if you had a person that owned a farm and he would sign a piece of paper for you, you could actually get your driver's license at 14. It's pretty crazy. And so, so now what you do is you get your permit. Now you got to take your driver's test, right? And I mean, driving, the physical driving of the test. And we all know exactly the steps that we need to take. Do any of you remember when you got your driver's license? Was it sort of a big deal? All right. So I want each and every one of you to think about, what if and I'm saying it is, what if being successful in marketing is exactly the same thing? And what you realize is you put in 40 hours of driving for real. See, it wasn't sort of driving. I'm pretending I'm driving. It wasn't for 15 or 10 minutes, and then you get distracted by Facebook. You got to study the test to take the written test. It's pretty interesting that each and every one of you have been successful on your driver's license, but you've been successful at everything else. I'm saying, Eric, that if you had a clear vision of one day, whatever your magic number is, let's say is $5,000 a month, and you got that vision, I need to have 555 people in my group that are doing 90 in personal volume. And that day, when I get there, I get to quit my job. See, now all of a sudden, you're going to spend more focused time doing what you're supposed to be doing. Instead of, well, I don't want to drive. That's sort of a pain. I don't want to put that many hours in. And see, when I got involved in this, a lot of you know, because we're talking about the YouTube channel. See, I did the same thing. I just all of a sudden ran across a few individuals, and I watched a Joe Rogan. See, you don't know that you don't know. See, that's incompetent, unconscious, right? You don't know that you don't know. And I heard Joe Rogan say to Mr. Beast, this is what triggered me, is he said, how many subscribers do you have on YouTube? And he says, over 1 billion now. Over 1 billion. Yeah. And he goes, with all my channels, they're over 1 billion. And he goes, do you know what you make on a monthly basis? And he says, it's pretty crazy right now. He says, we're making 8 figures a month. Do you guys know that 8 figures is 10 million plus? $10 million plus a year. And I'm like in my mind going, what am I not doing? Well, it's obvious what I'm not doing. I never went through any of the back office with YouTube. I didn't read anything. I didn't watch any videos on it. All of a sudden, I just went, I would use the money that I bring in from YouTube to help more children and to help more animals. So I'm going to focus more. I knew at that time my Facebook income was like $1 a month. So I thought, hey, I'll figure this out. So once I started figuring out, you tell the world, and then you go to work and you figure it out. I didn't figure it out all fast, but I made a decision 1.5 years ago almost that I was going to do a video a day. Because everyone I talked to said, you got to do content every day to be successful. And if we're talking about MDC, it's like, yeah, you definitely have to talk to strangers every day. It is like, so when I got in and I went, okay, so $1 million, I'm going to see how fast I can drive Terry to super affiliate. $1 million in volume. I'm going to divide that by 90. I need 11,111 people. So how fast can I get to 11,111 people that are buying $90 worth of product? And I put my head down, and all day, every day, I do my very best to reach out to people and ask them if they know of anyone. Do you guys see where I just don't, it took me a little while to get my driver's license, And it took me a little bit to become a super affiliate or make Terry a super affiliate. The only thing that I do that you guys don't is I actually create a vision in my mind. I emotionally get charged by that vision, and every day I do it. It's like, and how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And if I'm known for anything, I'm known for asking for help from people that have already done it. I'm extremely coachable. I don't want to make my own recipe. I want to do what they're doing. And then the next thing I do is I'm just consistent. I get excited. I actually can change my frame of mind where I get to talk to strangers. I get to meet new people. I get to expose to them this business model that can make them free. So someone exposed it to me 36 years ago, and I went, okay. And it's like, I still crack up today when I hear people that say, oh my God, I got involved in network marketing and I sucked for years. That'd be like saying I go to a gym. I mean, I'm going to get in shape. So I got a gym membership and I went to the gym for years and never got in shape. And wouldn't every one of you go, what the hell were you doing at the gym? Were you just watching people? What was you doing? Because every one of you go, wait a minute, there's no way that you can go to the gym and not get in shape. Oh yeah, you can. There's a lot of uncoachable people. I see people trying to lose weight, believing they can do it with cardio. It's just, you can't eat like it's your last day every day and do cardio. It doesn't work. It's like, so I hope that helped you, Eric. Great question. But I ask people all the time, man. I just say, can you give me a description of the vision that you're trying to accomplish for you and your family? Share the vision with me of why you're doing what you're doing. If you guys could very quickly explain to people your vision, people will listen to you. You want a quick example? I don't need to go into depth with this, but I got taken away from my mother and father when I was really young. And it was because my mom wouldn't protect me and I was being abused. So I grew up in foster homes and orphanages. And when you're a child, you just think that people don't want you. That's all you think about is just why don't anybody want me? Because you go from foster home to foster home to foster home. So you keep thinking that you're doing something there is wrong as well. So I ran into a mentor that gave me a bunch of new philosophies that were able to change me and who I am. And now I help over 2,500 orphans a month. And so what I'm now doing is using new ways to impact more people so that I can help more children. I was wondering if you knew anyone that needed to make some extra income. It's like done. Because this is a people business. And so if people want to know why you're doing what you're doing, that's as simple as it is. So thanks, Craig. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you, man.
Great question, Eric, and thank you so much. And you were making the comment in there, about having to do it. And Melody Ryba in the chat here says, no, I don't have to. I get to.
Yeah, I get to help people. It's like, do you guys honestly believe today that when I got up this morning, I went, oh, I got to do another AMA. Oh my God. I get to do another Ask Me Anything and have a bunch of stupid, lazy losers ask me questions. I'd rather, poke a fork in my eye. So I could be that person, or I could get up in the morning and after my prayer time went, give me the words to say to those that have ears to hear. And I'm blessed to talk to a bunch of people that want to change their life so they can change it forever for others. And so I get a chance to do another Ask Me Anything, to be able to share words to those that have ears to hear so that they can alter and change their life and love themselves and be a miracle and start teaching that to other people. I love the people that are on AMA. They make my day, they make my week, they make my month. So thank you very much. It's like some of you are asking, how can I do so many videos? All I got to think is the more people I impact, the more members I get, the more super chats I get, the more money I get to give to children that don't have parents. So I just don't have it in me, you guys, to go, I don't want to help any children today. I think I'll take the day off.
And don't you feel that energy, those of you watching? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless you, Robert.
Bless you. Bless you. Thanks again for asking, Eric.
All right. Let's get started. I have 3 hands raised, Dee Dee, Sarah, and Bill. So we're going to go ahead and get started with Dee Dee Aston. Dee Dee, there you go. Please open up and share with us.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Robert. So I've been having this question for a while, but I couldn't quite bring it together. Okay. Did not quite bring it together to articulate it to you, Robert. When we did Think and Grow Rich, and we studied it, right?
Science of Getting Rich.
The Science of Getting Rich. Thank you.
That's all right. That's all right.
But before that, we did the 45 second Don Fayella.
Yeah.
Okay. So before, when I first was meeting you and getting you into my awareness, you were talking about the Science of Getting Rich. Jenna had talked about it. And I wonder if I'm like self-sabotaging, because at that time, I could not like relate to that book, right?
Sure. I didn't the first time.
I just was like, I would be trying to listen to it and I'd wake up and be like, oh, you got to listen. So I've been struggling because I felt, for me personally, not for anybody else, the Don Fayella book, it was really helping for me bring all these years of failed trying to make a marketing thing work. It was just bringing it together so clearly. And so here's what's happened to me. I say, Robert knows his checking account, his back office looks way different than yours. He knows. Follow him. And so even though you don't see me during the week, I do catch the replays, right? And I study them and I go through people's breakthroughs, because we know, just like on Facebook, in the comments, right? That's where you get the meeting after the meeting, right?
Absolutely.
The comments, listening to you with other people. And so I still am having trouble with when I talk to someone. I even had a lady call me and say, hey, I want to join your team, blah, 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 because she saw about the 420, right? I was talking about a product, but she said, no, I want to join your team. And so I sent her the link of the Science of Getting Rich. And I told her, hey, here's my mentor. We are doing this. Read or listen to 4, 14, and 7, and in that order, and then the rest if you want to. I've had several people say, dude, I cannot relate to that book. What in the world? And so I know that for me, I related to Don Fayella's book more. It was more clear to me. And I'm not even really asking you a question, except for I need help. I need help bridging in my head. It's not bridged good in my head. It's not bridged very well.
Right. Well, first of all, I love and appreciate you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good. The very first thing is understand there still needs to be a decision of that you're going to do something else. So once you make the decision, the information that resonates with you more is after you made the decision to do whatever you're going to do. So if I use the same analogy of the driver's license, it's like, once I get my permit,
Right.
I now got a different state of mind. But if someone walked up to me tomorrow and said, dude, you're driving a car, how'd you get your driver's license?
Right.
I would say, well, the first thing you got to do is you got to get your learner's permit. So I'm going to talk to people differently after I have my driver's license. And so the hardest part of bringing people in brand new is now they know too much. And so now what they do is they use that knowledge that should be given to them later is like walking up and saying, hey, Dee, how do you get your driver's license? And you say, well, the first thing that you need to do is you got to get car insurance. I'm going, I don't have a car.
Back up.
I don't have a car because you know that you need driver's insurance to drive.
Right.
So you're not wrong. You're not wrong in saying that one day I need car insurance.
Right.
It's just a lot of people forget what was the very first thing that was said to Dee to get her to go to her very first meeting.
Gosh.
Most people don't know.
I don't know.
I know. Hey, Robert, how are you? It's Bobby. Great, Sean. How are you? Listen, I met a guy today and he showed me his check. It was attached to the pay stub for $62,000. And he's looking for people right now that would be interested in learning how to do that. Do you know of anyone, Robert, that would be interested in making extra money or a lot of money? Me. All right. So now I go down and meet my mentor, and now I get to see some other things he's talking about. And he told me, hey, you don't have to be smart. My mentor gave me this book, and he holds up this book called, The Science of Getting Rich. You don't have to be smart. There's people that have been using these principles for years. Book was written in 1910. That's when I got introduced to the book.
Okay.
So at the beginning, when you're first reaching people out, you're really asking them if they want to listen to, hey, listen, I ran into a mentor. He asked me to listen to chapters 4, 14, and 7 in those order. And if people don't get the 7th chapter, gratitude, I mean, honestly, if you read through just chapter 7 and a person went, Dee, I just don't get this book. It's way over my head. I don't get this damn gratitude thing. It's like they just sorted themselves.
Yes.
They just totally sorted themselves. Because what is chapter 4? That you deserve to be rich.
Yes.
See, so if you don't get the 3 concepts of A, there's people in your area that became successful. So if they can do it, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a concept that, this is science. This everyone that gets wealthy follows this path. And then gratitude. If people don't get those simple deals, then, and again, you're giving the gift. Understand that people don't have to read or understand the gift. The gift is just Hi, Dee Dee. Here, I want to give you something that's really made an impact in my life, and my mentor gave it to me, and I just want to give it to you. It might not be the right time or whatever, but this book has just really, really helped me get my mind right. Now, after they get that gift and say, oh, thank you very much, I'm not waiting for them to read it. I'm not waiting for them to go through 14 and 7. I just gave you something. Hey, here's one of my favorite pens. Here, Dee Dee. You go, wow, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Robert. Oh, by the way, I was wondering if you could help me out and do me a huge personal favor. I don't need them to understand the book. I don't need them to read the book. I need them to feel like I gave them something from my heart so I can ask them to help me out and introduce me to somebody.
That is the piece I'm skipping ahead of, I think. Yes. Or I'm dropping. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, I'm not asking people to do anything except introduce me to somebody.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Did that help?
It does. Thank you. Last night, I just want to say last night, I was, because my sister's in it. She used to be in my daily choice. She and I both have been all over the place. And so she's quitting her one that she's in now and blah, blah, blah. And I said to her, I'm not quitting. I have my eyes on Robert Hollis, almost like he's Jesus. I said, I'm not quitting. I don't care. And you know what she said? And I started talking about just how we talk about the book and, you know, these things are just gifts for people. Robert, so I was babbling to her. And then she said, hey, I want to read 14 and 7. Send me the book. And I was like, oh. I said, I got to make a better connection. Something's wrong for her to say that. Okay.
Yeah. And here's something that I'm going to try to define even better as we're moving forward. I said this to a person the other day, and I said, I'm not trying to embarrass you, but are there any things that you've attempted in your life that you didn't follow through? And he went, holy crap, there's a list of them.
Yes.
A list of them. And I said, so you don't feel bad? Me too. There's a list of things that I've attempted and I didn't follow through. Now, see, now I go back to me. I'm self-deprecating to me. I'm not going to put this on them. I go, well, if there's things that you did, that you attempted, that you didn't complete, that you quit, that you stopped, wouldn't you agree is that you've never really seen yourself at the position that you didn't emotionally get to a place that you knew you were going to do it? And I did bring up the driver's license. I said, like, do you got a driver's license? They go, yeah. I said, I do too. Did you ever envision yourself driving a car? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I said, while you were practicing, did you think about it all the time? Hell yes. Couldn't wait not only to do like you do with airplanes, is a solo ride? Did you envision being all by yourself in a car? Did you envision yourself picking up your friends because you got a driver's license? Yes, yes, I did. I believe that the reason that people don't complete what they're supposed to do is they never emotionally get caught up in that vision. And it's scriptural, Dee Dee. For a lack of vision, my people perish.
Yes. Yes.
Because when you envision something, it's like being married.
Yes.
It's like having a children. It's like watching your child grow. It's like, you know, them graduating or them doing something. You got this vision in your mind. How about getting a job? Oh my God. When I was in school and I was like, hey, you know, I need to make some money. Well, you got to get a job. man, what would it feel like to actually get paid and have my own money?
Right.
You know what I'm going to do with that? Some people dream about having their own home.
Yes.
Or I've always wanted to go to Fiji. You'll notice that things that you have a vision of and you emotionally go through the experience of it, where you're mentally in your head. It's crazy how fast we can make stuff happen.
That's the piece I'm missing. Yes.
Good. So since you got me on a roll, don't forget the little things.
Mhm.
So you can have a vision of being super affiliate or master affiliate, but why not have the, man, I can't wait until everyone's making comments on my 1K.
Right. Yes. Yes.
You know, so I don't know if you guys seen this, but man, Joshua Daramella from Nigeria.
Mhm.
I mean, this guy's story, man, melts my heart.
I
So
told
meet
my
this
sister
guy.
that story.
Yeah, the guy reaches out to me and has zero. But he wasn't like the other people that made excuses.
Mhm.
He wasn't that guy. You know, so people say, well, I can't get enough data. Can you send me money? No, this guy figured out where he could go to get free Wi-Fi. You know,
Yeah.
one thing I never asked him, how many people in the world don't have a smartphone? What do you do to make the money to get the first damn smartphone? He told me that he has a smartphone, but he doesn't have a carrier. They can't afford a carrier. They buy data packets. So someone went, well, I don't buy data package because I plug into someone's Wi-Fi. Where? Where?
Right.
You know, my God, it'd be like,
Right.
where, you know, where? You know, I know some of you are younger than me, but I can remember a thing called a hotspot.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm. Mhm.
it's like you find Wi-Fi, you know what I mean? So that's the kind of vision you got to bring it down to the lowest. So Joshua not only became a 1K, but he created a 1K. And now I see this guy at the corporate headquarters and people are going, what? Tell me how you made 1K.
Mhm.
Please, please, please tell me. Ever since I posted it, I've had, no exaggeration, probably 50 messages.
Mhm.
Can you please connect me to Joshua? Can you please connect me to Joshua? Because, you know, I want to find out how he went 1K. You know how he went 1K. You know how he went 1K. So if you call up Joshua and say, can you tell me how you did 1K? Yes, listen, you got to do $1,000, 1,000 in BV points in 1 calendar month. And you can't count more than $500 under one person.
Right.
And everybody goes, no, I know how to achieve it. I want to know how you did it.
Mhm.
Oh, well, some people buy 6 BV and some people buy 90 BV and some people bring in other people. And it's like, when I got a total of, you're going, stop it. I know how to hit 1K. I know. Well, those are just people that you talk to. You talk to people, you ask them if they know of anyone, and you're going, I know that too. Now I'm confused. You know the comp plan, you know how to get 1K, you know exactly how to structure it, and you're just 1K because you're not talking to people and putting them in front of an effective video. So that's what you're not doing? Yeah, that's what I'm not doing. Why aren't you doing it? Well, I don't know. I think I'm stuck. I don't know if I got the right script. I don't know if I'm talking to the right people. Is there a certain period of day that's the best day that you should be talking to people? See, these are all the excuses that we make because we're not willing to just do it.
Right. Me too. Yes. Yes.
So he knows the same thing. He's going, okay, 1K. Let's say that they do 1K and we divide that by 90. That's 11. That's 11 executives. Well, then that would be what, 22? So we'll do 1,000 and we'll divide that by 70. Okay, that's 14. What if they did 40? Okay, 1,000. Divide that by 40, 25. Can I get 25 people to do? See, all of a sudden it's like, all I got to do, and what I love most about Joshua is he did struggle for a while. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden he was going, yeah, I got sick and tired of seeing people make money. So I just said that I'm going to go through I'm just going to go through the people. I'm going to stop thinking I'm doing something wrong, Robert. And I'm going to believe that when I talk to the right person that has ears to hear, that the video will work on them. And so will my invitation work on them.
Yes.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just, the message hasn't got in front of the right people. Bam, bam. See, when he all of a sudden didn't care what they said.
Right.
He found the right people.
When I saw your back office, I mean, I've seen your back office 1,000 times, but there was one replay that was this week. So maybe a couple days ago, maybe Monday, that you jumped on and showed it. And then I pulled up my own because my own is full of my purchases, right? And I'm like, okay, you've got to talk to people.
Yeah.
Because I love the product. So I buy and buy and buy and buy, right?
Yeah. And there's a lot of DDs out there. And 8 billion people. There's millions of DDs.
Because I buy tons. I buy 1K myself.
So you do over 90 in personal volume?
Like 400 in personal volume. Yeah. Yeah.
See? And so I got my top position, Hollis organization. That's got 90. Then I have a position on my left and the position on my right. And the volume that I buy is in my lesser leg.
Got you.
So now I'm building up my carryover until I get that big residual check.
That's good to hear, Robert, because my right side has like 3,900, whatever. My left side has 0, right? And I'm like, what? How do I fix this?
Yeah. How you fix that is you do 90 in personal volume in your personal spot, then sign up another position of a family member on that on the lesser leg. And always buy your 410 points in that position.
That leg. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Because it's super lopsided for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then you just start building down that leg underneath that person. And then your residual checks will just get bigger and bigger.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. I love you. I
love you too. Thank you.
Great question.
That was awesome, Dee Dee. Thank you so very, very much. Appreciate you. Okay, just a reminder for those watching on YouTube, please like our video. Very simple. Hit that thumbs up button. Those of you also watching on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, hit the subscribe, and then make sure that you also hit the bell so that you get notified of all of the videos that we put out here on our amazing channel. And become part of this inner circle. Click on that join button below the video or go to roberthollis.com/join. And it's very easy. And you'll get this, what you're hearing now, and so much more. Wait till you see what we got planned coming up. OMG. Enough said. All right. So let's go ahead and keep going. I see more hands coming up and I see hands already raised. So let's get to some of the ones that are already raised. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Please go ahead and unmute yourself and share with us.
Oh, hello,
Hi,
everyone.
Sarah.
Oh, I've been with you all since probably mid-December, and I'm right on time with knowing all the people and everything. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to come on live, but I feel really great that I was right on time, right in step to join the inner circle. I am so excited about that. And
Sarah,
I'm
welcome to the family. I love and appreciate you. And I can tell when people are stalking me for a while. And I love what you said. It's the right time. Whenever, it's don't look for water that's underneath the bridge. Just your time's the right time.
right. I met you at the convention and we took some fabulous pictures. So I had
Yes,
a
we
lot to
did.
go on since then. But and I've been with you through the book and the breakthroughs and all of that. So the breakthrough yesterday, you went through a number of things on YouTube now
Yeah.
that where you showed us, where you went all the way back to some of your first videos, and you were just showing there were different look like subjects or topics under there.
Sure.
And I just wanted to know, is that something that we will create being a member of the inner circle, or is that something that is that a course or training that we'll get from you how to do it?
No. I will tell you every step that I'm doing. I don't expect any of you to understand that I finally decided to take it to the next level by hiring Evan Carmichael, and that was I think $7,000 or $6,000. So I believe that you should do all the little stuff that I did before you decide that you're going to be doing 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 videos a week. So, I challenged myself, Sarah. I challenged myself to see if I could really be disciplined to do a video a day.
Right.
And once I got to a video a day and just got up, went through my prayer time, my morning ritual, went through my meditation, 6 days meditation. Then the next thing I did is watch something that really touched me on a personal development level. And then I take my notes, on the video, and then I turn the video on and put it on. And what I really loved about what I'm learning from Evan is that, he was showing a bunch of people now that are making millions from their YouTube channel, but he was going back to their 100th video.
Mm-hmm.
And just showing from Gary Vaynerchuk to Tony Robbins to I'm trying to think, Jay Shetty. He went back to all these people's 100th video on YouTube, and they're pretty hilarious. And so it just takes a while to feel comfortable in your own skin, to get to that point where you're not worried about what you look like and what's in your background and what's the lighting like and how do you sound and do you mess up and say the wrong word. It just takes a while to where I could walk up and say, hey, Sarah, I'm on Facebook Live. Can you say something quick to everybody? And you don't even think about it. You just like, yeah, sure. Hey, everybody, this is Sarah. You should be here. This is why you should be here. And this is why you should join Robert and us. So yes, the answer is yes. With Inner Circle, I'm just going to continue dropping little things because everything that I learned, honestly, I learned from YouTube. It was just, once I created an account, then I actually went in, it says monetize. And I went, okay. So I clicked on monetize. And then it said, you got to have 1,000 subscribers before you monetize. Now we're going right back to what, Dee Dee said and Eric said, oh, then I guess I got to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Mhm.
So now that's your goal that you start setting up. So yes. And the only reason that I really got focused on doing YouTube is because I realized that Facebook just wasn't doing it anymore for me on getting my content to the rest of the world.
Mhm.
Okay. Facebook is still the #1 place that I find people to connect with as strangers, to give them a gift, to get them to know who I am. I still use, it's like I don't use YouTube to do that. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. As I keep going through and learning new stuff, like I'd never done a short video. Craig helped me with that short video. He put it up. It got 100, a YouTube reel. And it was like, we got 146 views from that. You know what I mean? All of a sudden I'm like, and then there's another one that says community. And I'm like, okay, what's a community? How do I build this? And then there's another one that says podcast. I was like, oh my God. So understand the YouTube, Sarah, is just a place to everyone to hear your voice on your wisdom. God created you, and you have a voice that's for a certain group of people that
And
won't hear.
we're to use it with wherever we are, whatever our talents and gifts are, and just
Yes.
build on that.
Yes, absolutely. So it's just a way. In this industry, it's a people business, and people have a tendency of listening and wanting to work with people that they know, like, and trust.
Right.
So there's also, I guess I'll share one other thing. There's a little bit of social acceptance as well. So if someone sees your Facebook and then they go to your YouTube channel and they're going like, wow, she's got like 2,000 subscribers. Some of her videos got 100 views on them. Well, that's a little while from now. So building your channels and your show is not something that you should do. But I'm telling every one of you, if you start doing it now, you're going to thank me a year from now. You're really going to thank me a year from now.
Well, it's like, I don't know if you're familiar, but double Dutch, that's a jump rope thing. You stand.
Yes, I love it.
And you concentrate on when you're going to jump in. It's been like that for me with Facebook, because whenever I post content about things, for instance, I'm a book club founder from 10 years ago, still going strong. I've done some local acting, and whenever I post, I'll be like, wow, get a lot of response about those things. But now I'm figuring with this, you use it to take it to the next level, because the people and the interest is already there.
Yes, absolutely. So if people already love Sarah, I mean, who couldn't? You know what I mean? So if I fall in love with you and I love your heart and I love your spirit, and then every once in a while there's a video of, I also have figured out a way to help people on a financial level, to help people on a health level.
Right.
And it's like, her other videos are dynamite. Why wouldn't I figure out what she's doing? Why wouldn't I want to, if she's going to show me that too, I want to be a part of it. No, it's not all of everybody, right? But it's very simple to do. And when people start doing it, they just go, oh my God. So I made a decision to post a video every day for a year on Facebook. It was really a year and 3 months. And never seen the interaction for a year. The interaction never really changed. Just had my core group of 100 watchers and 20 people that, constantly would be on their live. And then I would download the lives and put them on YouTube. And all of a sudden I just decided, I'm going to start doing my lives on YouTube. And just boom. I mean, it went from, if I showed you my back office of my YouTube right now, it's like over $700 we've made so far this month.
Wow.
And some people go, $700 is nothing. I bet you if I told everyone on this video, if you sent me your PayPal, even if you didn't have one, you'd create one if I would send you the $700. You'd figure, hey, it's like, so we all make fun, but I just seen other people like this Mr. Beast and stuff like that, Sarah, that like, I loved what you said at the beginning of the video, at the beginning of when you got on here. It just was the right timing for me.
Yes.
It was just the right timing for me that I wanted to help 25,000 kids is my next goal. And so I need a bigger impact, and I need to get my message out to a lot more people that can fall in love with what I'm doing with this money and help me and support that. I can't do it alone. I can't do anything alone.
I can tell you for one thing for sure, Robert, your laugh, that's worth being on your videos and
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Love it.
Well, I enjoy you, and thank you so much for being a part of this. I really enjoy your energy, and I just love your spirit. You're a sweetheart.
Thank you.
You
I'm
bet.
looking forward to being involved with the group, and just it's go time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Amen. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so very, very much. Wow. Awesome. And by the way, Robert was talking about his video schedule. Typical video schedule is Sunday through Friday at noon p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Then we have now the podcast on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific. No, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. I got to get this in my head.
Hey, I'm just listening to you. I'm not even saying yes or no.
And then, of course, Ask Me Anything on Saturdays at 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And if you're part of the Inner Circle, we do our breakthroughs 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll get the banter down quicker because I'm just now saying it out loud to everybody. And the only way, though, that you can watch our breakthrough sessions is joining the Inner Circle. And it's very easy to do. You go to roberthollis.com/join, or you click on the join button below the video here, if you those of you that are watching on YouTube, and you can become part of the Inner Circle like Billy Ballard just did today. Billy.
Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you.
Welcome to the family. Appreciate you very, very much. So
wow, I got a really dear old friend on here, Dwayne. Thank you, Dwayne. I don't know if that's Jenny that's on there too, but wow. Thank you so much for being on.
All right, we've got 3 hands raised, Bill, John, and Deborah. So let's keep it going. Bill Shoemaker. Bill Shoemaker, you are next. Please go ahead, open up, and share with us.
Thank you, Craig, for all you do, brother. Love and appreciate you. And Robert, you are amazing, as usual.
Thank you.
You always bring it out in us, and that's why we're here. I know what to do. I don't need to ask you any questions on what to do. So we're going to go there. My question is about Discord. Should we be creating our own server and inviting people to that, or is that something down the road?
Yeah, I honestly, I know that there's some people that like to build a group. The more I understand Discord, of course, the more I wish I would have been doing it all the time. But Sarah to me has said the quote of the day for Ask Me Anything. Now is time, So I think that, you're going to know when you want to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I tell people that, just be very, very careful and not creating a lot of things that take up your time other than getting to meet other people. I think I shared with every one of you guys, and I think it's more the number of earnings that I made. I made over 250,000 my first year in network marketing. And my first 18 months, I was steering people, Bill, to nothing but my upline. I shouldn't say direct upline. He was 7 levels above there. But Bill, I just packed the seats and put people in front of him and because I knew what he was teaching me, I knew he would teach them that, and it just worked out really, really, really well. And it wasn't until he was going to create a new, he called it opportunity of a lifetime video. And it wasn't until he did that where he told everybody, hey, if your testimonial is over a minute, you're gone. So just know that if you went over a minute, you're edited out of the video. And so that's my first testimonial that I have on YouTube. And I still love going back to it like once every 9 months because it makes me cringe, but it just makes me pat myself on the back a little bit, you know? So that was 18 months in.
Wow.
Because brutally honest, Bill, and you know that I am, I got involved in this business to make money because that was my immediate need. And I also got in this business, not just for the money, but I also got in it as temporary. I think the best thing that ever happened to me, and I wish I could teach this to people, is I just was waiting to rehab my knee so I could go back and be a crew chief. Network marketing and what Bill was doing was not something I was interested at all. So that's when I asked his question. Listen, Bill, that was his first name, Bill. Listen, Bill, just tell me the things that I have to do. Just tell me the stuff that I have to do. He goes, get excited. And I went, okay. And he goes, no, you got a $62,000 check. I want you to imagine it in your mind. And what are you spending the money on? And then he said, then I want to know how you feel once you spent the money on that. So what's the first thing? I would get out of debt. How would that feel? Like a weight was lifted off my chest. It's hard to breathe while I got all these bill collectors calling me. What's next? I want to fly to Montana and propose to my girlfriend. Now she's my wife of 40 years. How's that going to make you feel? Well, if she says yes, it's going to be pretty damn awesome. I'm sort of nervous about this situation. But so one was to get excited. He goes, step two. How many people can you talk to and ask them to do you a huge favor? And thank God, Bill, he told me up front what the numbers were. See, he just said straight out, he said, you know, I need you to get 72 people to watch this video. Don't you guys think that that's an ingenious way of knowing what your numbers are? So now still to this date, Bill, people walk up to me and go, well, how many people do you talk to a day? No, I got to get 72 people to watch the video in a month. You guys see the difference? That's a huge difference. So I was never calling up my mentor, Bill, going, listen, I talked to Jim. Jim is the brother of one of my cousin's exes, and he just got laid off a job. And I talked to him. He knows everybody. Robert, yeah. Did he watch the video? I don't know. Why are we having this stupid conversation? To waste both of our times? Did they watch the video? Okay, yes, they watched the video. Did they become a free affiliate? No. Next. See what I mean? It was just like, are you kidding me? If someone walked up to you guys today and said, Bill, I was hoping you could help me out. I want to get my driver's license. How old are you? 61. Go get your learner's permit. Where do I do that? Department of Motor Vehicles. Google it, you'll find it. Set an appointment, go down there and take the test. Can I give you a hint? That's why I asked you. find the manual online first and maybe go through it a few times before you go take the test. I just think that would be a cool thing for you to do. You guys know that I'm a weird thinker, right? This is what I told my son. Listen closely. I told my sons to go take the test, and I didn't care whether or not they failed. But now they would have the experience and know what's on the test. So when they studied it and take it the second time, they would ace it. That's a different way of teaching people how to do stuff. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What if I don't? No, let's just go get the fail over with. Let's go down there right now and take it. I don't care if you fail. Really? Do you care if you fail? No. Now you got the experience of sitting in front of the computer. You're seeing how the questions are being asked, and you'll get a feeling on how you'll do it. Then you can come back, study the test, and then take it and pass it. Because the goal is to get the permit, right? Yeah. Okay. This is what we do. Because I wanted to teach my children really early in life that failing was just nothing. So did that help you, Bill?
As always, you help such a great deal. You're amazing. So I wanted to wish John Tier happy birthday today too, as well. Yeah, he's coming up. So thank you. Thank you so much, Robert. Love and appreciate you, man.
Love and appreciate you.
Bill, you beat me to the punch. Because I was going to say, all right, coming up next is our birthday boy.
Whoop, whoop.
Congratulations, John Tier, for making it around the year of the sun for one revolution this past time. And here's to making another successful revolution around the sun. Please open up and share with us. And of course, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, everyone unmute, and we're going to sing John Tier happy birthday. So everybody unmute.
Yep.
You unmuted?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Everybody unmuted?
Yes.
Let's go. Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Tom.
Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
All right, there we go. Thank you guys so much. Wow. Man, I was just going to just pop in here just quickly for a hot minute because I'm going to be heading out and getting something, to munch on. But I had to go get my shine on, Craig.
All right. Looking good, amigo. Woo-hoo.
We got to keep it going, man.
Oh, yes. Bald.
Looks good. Looks good.
It's good to be the bald man.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for all the birthday wishes. I really, really appreciate it, man. While I was sitting here, I did have one quick question. I thought about it. I don't know if you can answer this, and I don't know if Matt is around. But do you still do anything with SEO in your videos?
SEO?
Like putting in keywords, search engine optimization. So do you do any keywords when you do your videos? I
would say yes. I always put the title and I put my name. I am going to tell you that I've never done any SEO stuff. And I've even had people tell me recently that, people put all the attention in the wrong areas.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the first things that they tell you on, things to do wrong. And, since we started this course, is looking at your comments and looking at your views.
Right.
And they said that has nothing to do with anything.
Right.
And when he said that, it made me feel good, because how many people have heard of a little success story called Breaking Bad? Do you guys know someone told me, I don't remember when, Matt knows this because he loves movies, but do you know that caught on like halfway through the third season?
Mm.
So they're doing show after show after show after show after show and get a whole season done. And someone told me if you look at some of the biggest ones out there, like The Office and Seinfeld and MASH, that they don't catch on until they're like a whole season and then a whole season. And then what ends up happening is there's something that happens in a episode of one of your shows and it goes bananas. And then everyone comes to your channel, they subscribe to watch the John Tier show, and then they go through every damn video you have.
I guess the content is king, basically.
Right, right. And so someone told me that, and I didn't get this from anyone of any credibility, but it was on Evan Carmichael's video to get me to buy his course.
Mm-hmm.
He said, if someone tells you that SEO is a way to get your videos found, you got to take it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And the reason that he said that is when you're dealing with SEO, and I'll give you guys one trick of SEO because you don't know that you don't know. So you're unconscious incompetent. And I'm going, listen, John, I can get your video to the top of the search. And I put in John Tier is one hell of a man. And then I go to Google and I put in John Tier is one hell of a man. Oh my God, I got you on the first page of Google. How many people on the planet do you think will actually do that exact sentence?
Right. Yeah. If you're doing word for word keywords, of course.
Yeah. Then it goes the other opposite direction, right? So if your keyword is money, I'm sure no one else is using that keyword. So then you got the last guy, right? So this is just me thinking about SEO, right? So then when I go to YouTube right now and I put in like forgiveness or I want to see what a lot of people are saying about gratitude or make money online, believe it or not, MMO.
Right.
That is, I never even heard about it until I got in this. So MMO right now is just, everyone's posting that, everyone's hashtagging that. And when you know that, then everyone's doing it. Then I go to YouTube, I'll put in make money online. And then I click the filter. And then I find the video that's got the most views and the most up, thumbs up.
Right.
Why wouldn't I just want to see the best one?
Oh, yeah.
And of course, we know the 3 links above that video, right? Those are people that are paying a lot of money to make sure they're up there. And it says ad right next to their name.
Right. Exactly. Right.
That was a long answer to the birthday boy that I'm right now paying no attention to SEO.
Okay. So you don't put in any keywords at all when you do your videos?
I put the title and my name.
Right. Title, name. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And I don't mind telling people this. If you got an idea, am I learning? Yes, every day, all day. So if you come up with the title like most important thing or the most important thing, or, I've learned that it's cool to try to turn it into a question.
Yeah.
Okay. And then why not search on 1 or 2, so you guys will listen to me here, only 1 or 2 people that inspire you the most right now on YouTube. All right. Because if you're following 20, you're screwed.
Right.
All right. Follow 1 or 2 people, then go to their YouTube channel, click on the search and put that keyword in and see what video pops up. Because I love that you can just put one word, gratitude. it's going to pull up their top videos. And when you see one of their videos that has gratitude on it, got hit 3.2 million times, I might borrow their title.
Absolutely. Oh, I know that. Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So, that's what I'm doing. So, hopefully, not hopefully, I will catch some people that were looking for somebody else's video. So
absolutely. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I guess because like that when I had that one video that went like 49,000, it was actually a timing thing, because they came out with something and I happened to like do that. And so when they went to look up the corporate, my video came right up beside the corporate one.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, and now people will look at that and just go, wow, he's got a video that's got 49,000 views on it. It's like, that's cool. That's congratulations.
All right. Thank you, Robert. That was cool. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to enjoy my birthday some more.
Have a very blessed birthday weekend. I appreciate you so much, John.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Yeah. Love ya. Happy birthday, John. Woo-hoo.
John can come back and always watch this Ask Me Anything. And, I don't feel good today. I'm going to go listen to a bunch of my family sing happy birthday to me.
In all different pieces, because the way that Zoom does that, it's like, okay, I'm going to take a little bit take a little bit here, take a little here, a little bit here, a little bit here.
That was pretty interesting. I was hearing other people's voices hit at different times. It'd be, you could be a really good editor and not pull that off. Love you, man. Love you.
John, thank you so very much. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, please like this video if you're watching us on YouTube. Join our inner circle, our family, by clicking on the join button that's below the video here. Or you can go to roberthollis.com/join. I also put the schedule in both chats, that Robert's regular schedule. Okay. So we've got all that there. And, we're just so glad that you could join us here on the Ask Me Anything Saturday with the amazing Robert Hollis.
Love you, Craig. Thank you.
Thank you. And I got one more hand up, so let's go ahead and go to Deborah Bronner. Deborah, please go ahead, open up your microphone and share with us. Uh-oh.
Okay, there.
There we are. You got it. Okay, good.
Hi, Deborah.
She's still muted. Hang on just a second, Deborah. Go ahead. I just said it. All right, now try it.
All right, is that working now?
Yes, it is. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Robert Hollis and Craig. And I don't know if Matthew's here. I haven't heard from him, but thank you, Craig, for getting me, because I've been on the YouTube only. I couldn't get Zoom, and Craig helped me today, and I feel good about that. So thankful. Everybody.
Craig, he's our man. If he can't do it, nobody can. Right. Yay, Craig.
Yeah, I was so impressed that he helped me do it, and so grateful. And that's why I'm bringing this up. I told Craig about my big dream, and I wanted to feel safe to share it, Yeah. And not feel like people will judge me and think it's stupid, because I'm owning it. I made a decision. I told you I was off because of technical stuff for a week. So you were talking about the vision that you have, and all kinds of things when I got back on, that it was like the right time to hear it, finally. And so
I'm glad a lot of people are saying that. That's Sarah and you. And it's like, it was the right time for me to build a YouTube channel.
I'm very passionate about my big dream vision. And can I share it here?
Yes, please.
Oh gosh, I'm so nervous. It was a big deal for me just to get on here without makeup. But
you look beautiful. You're gorgeous.
What others think. But I had golden retrievers all my life.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And so I haven't had mine for a year, which really is hard, And so I would like to reach you out. And the first thing it's called Blessing Pups. and I want to have emotional support dogs
Good.
for whatever reason. If you're a kid, because you don't have a father and you're missing, the dog would help, and they could be trained for whatever disability or need you have. I can't think of anything that helps you when you're sad, depressed, or lonely than a dog. And so I'd like to create an organization called Blessing Pups that can provide the emotional support. And I want one too.
I love that, Deborah. Thank you so much for
I can walk a dog
sharing.
in my scooter now. But Robert, thank you for inspiring me, and say dream big and get your clear vision. I am so passionate about this, and I haven't been passionate in 4 or 5 years. Except
I love you. I love you.
I love you. Thanks for listening to my idea. What do you think of it?
I love it.
You do?
I love it.
Thank you for saying that, because I've got to find out if the trademark is available and undo my due diligence.
Right.
And also thanking you, because I think everybody should know and understand the value and that you put out for free for us. You know, Robert, you're amazing. I mean, just recently I was listening again to the Science of Getting Rich, the video, and today I was another one, and I thought, oh, I got to get on the Zoom and time and whatnot. And I don't have makeup on, but I have to learn to not care about others' things, and that I'm going to be judged.
Yeah, and here's the thing that I think that's really amazing, and you know this, Deborah. You're gorgeous inside and out, and
I don't feel it usually anymore.
That's usually the thought has to come before the feeling. Okay?
Thank you for saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thought becomes before the feeling. So, you know, God doesn't make any garbage. He made a miracle. That's you, Deborah. And you were created to create. And so it's when we're not creating. So I've said this before, and I know you've heard me say this, but you will always be judged. I'm being judged.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's pretty interesting that people, the more they put themselves out there, the more they get judged. And so then what they do is they, like a turtle, they pull their head back in their shell.
Yep.
See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest people that we know is, I remember saying this one time, and I'm not a political person, and I took it from my auto mechanic years. So I was a mechanic. I wanted to be the best mechanic. I was the hardest working mechanic. And all of a sudden, I remember the general manager came up to me and he said, "Do you have any interest in being the service manager?" I said, "No, not at all." And he goes, it pays a lot of money. I said, "I'm still not interested." He goes, "Why?" And I just threw this out of my head without thinking about it. And I said, the service manager is the last guy to leave here and the first to be here. So I said, the service manager has service writers that write up the work orders. I haven't met one happy service writer.
Really? That's true.
Because they always want to make more money. And I said, I haven't met really one happy auto mechanic. And I said, the mechanics are usually pissed off because they don't got the parts in the parts department. And so he's yelling at the parts manager. The parts managers are yelling at him. And then he has to then talk to the general manager and the owner. So if I'm correct, he's leaving too early. He's coming home too late. So he's getting in trouble from his wife. He's getting in trouble from his kids. He's getting in trouble from his friends because he's never around because he works too much. The service writers are mad at him. The mechanics are mad at him. The general manager and the owner's mad at him. And so is the parts manager. So I said, there's no money that could pay me enough to get my butt chewed 24 hours a day.
And no
he looked at me and he goes, I've never heard that explanation before. And he goes, please don't say that to any other than mechanics because we're still looking for a service manager. And I had that next thought when I just was going, who would want to be the president? Because I learned from a billionaire that this 1/3 of people, 1/3 of people, 1/3 of people. So I'm going like almost 100% of the time, there's at least 30, if not 60% of the United States population that just wants to beat your ass. Now, if you make a good decision, you got 60%. So if you're doing everything perfect, you got 60% of the group that likes you and this other 30% that still wants you dead. But if you make a mistake, now you got like 10% of people that like you and 90% of you people want you out. And I'm going like, there is no way that this person can ever make the right decision. Never. So when I thought of those two things, Deborah, it was pretty easy for Robert Hollis just to do what Robert Hollis is going to do every day. Because I know that there's going to be 30% on my best video, on my best behavior. And I really noticed this with Mean Tweets by Jimmy Kimmel. I always tell people to go on the Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube channel and just type in Mean Tweets. Craig will post it here. And he does a show, Deborah, where the nicest people that you know that are actors, are athletes, you know, these are the AAA listers. He puts them on camera and forces them to read the tweets that people sent them. And I mean, they are awful. He doesn't let them read the ones where, you know, you wasn't very good in this movie. No, it's like, hey, Robert, you know, you're a couple of pounds away from an elephant, and I just don't know why you just don't kill yourself. And by the way, people don't like flowered shirts. And you know, if you think that you can help other people be happy, you know, that just shows your IQ. You know, I'm reading these celebrities. He just posted it. These celebrities read tweets of what people say about them. And it's interesting. It's very interesting because for you to be that kind of person, you now know that there's this large group of people that just hate to hate. And they just live a pathetic life and they want to be judgmental. And so all of a sudden, you know, you see some of them read them and they're just like, they just start laughing. How can you laugh while you're reading a tweet of someone that just found a way to be able to humiliate you on the highest scale? So I thought that was pretty cool because other people go, well, you don't know what people think of me and you don't know what people say about me. Really? Check this out. And then when I started studying YouTube and I found out about this Mr. Beast that gives millions and millions and millions of dollars away to charity. Wow. Millions of dollars to charity. And the awful things that people are saying about him. And Joe Rogan even brought it up. He goes, what do you think of these people that go, oh, he's just giving money away to children or kids in school, or he's just giving money away to be more popular? And he was just like, I don't read them. I don't listen to them. I don't delete them. I don't read them. I don't do anything. He says, I can tell by the first word in a tweet that, or a comment on my YouTube channel, of whether they're nice or not. And he says, I wish that everyone had a thumbs down. Because then I wouldn't just look at the thumbs down. I would go down there and I know that everyone that's listening to me, you know, we have a tendency, I brought this up on our breakthrough. It's like, so we're having a giant party for Deborah. And we all show up at the party and people walk up and go, Deborah, what's wrong? We're all here. There's like 50 people here to celebrate you. You're amazing. And you go, but Jim's not here.
Yeah.
Jim who? Well, I've known Jim. I haven't seen Jim in a long time. I sent him an invitation. He promised he'd be here, and he's not here. And so I'm really sad. But you're not happy about the 50 of us that are here? So Deborah, that's called being a human being.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Yeah, we're human beings, and why we'll focus on the negative, and why we focus on the person that
one
always
person,
lets us
yeah.
down, and it's like we're just human. We're just human. We don't know how to, I could tell you guys right now, I look at all the people that are becoming inner circle members, and is there some people that I wish were inner circle members that are not? They don't even know that I'm doing this. They're not paying attention at all. But see, I've worked through that. So every time we get a new inner circle member, I'm jacked out of my mind. Me and Craig and Matt are all like, hey, we got another one. Look at this one. And all my prayers and everything are focused on the people that want to participate in life, not the people that, hey, why isn't so-and-so in the inner circle? I don't know. Maybe they're
Don't
going
dwell on that.
So I love you, Deborah. You always bring up something
Robert,
great.
I do want to say one more thing. I do want to get a breakthrough, but it was just recently, like in the last week, that you were talking about making a decision and then being plugged in and aware. And, it changed my life. I don't dwell on my medical or my surgeries coming up. It has made a decision. I made a decision finally that have a life away forget my circumstances. God will handle that. But just to get refocused on the blessing pups and do that work, and that will make me super happy.
Yes, it will.
And so, just to put the medical aside finally and focus on having a life instead of what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's like, Deborah, and for some of you that are listening to this, please listen to this statement. What if every time someone asked you how you were doing, you guys notice how I say, greatly blessed, highly favored, and deeply loved. What if right behind that, they said, well, what have you been up to? The very first words out of your mouth was your vision. Immediately. Hey, Robert, what are you up to? It's crazy because I love helping children and I just need to up my game. So right now I'm focused on helping 25,000 children that don't have parents. And so I was trying to figure out a bigger impact on how to do that. So I'm really focused on my my YouTube channel right now. And I want to blow that up and raise millions of dollars to help these kids. So that's what I'm up to.
And then you said on one call that perhaps there's a group of people I'll find that want to support and contribute to, the blessing pups.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you have given me a whole new life. And Melody, I talk to every day. She's absolutely a blessing. And I was thinking when you said birthday and a party, and we sang to John, was it's my birthday too, as far as you listen to the God Memorandum. I'm a miracle every day. I'm a miracle. And it's my birthday. Light some candles,
Yeah,
that's a great thing. And you are so freaking great and kind. And I'm in awe of you. And because people spend thousands of dollars on mentors and you're pouring into us for free and, basically, and giving us so much now. And I mean, I just feel so blessed that you're here helping all of us. and Melody and Craig.
We got
I
a
mean, what a team.
what a team, what a
God
family,
bless you.
what a community. It's
Thank
like
you, Robert.
thank you, Deborah. You have a wonderful, wonderful day and a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And I love and appreciate you so, so much.
Thank you, Robert. I love and appreciate you. And I'm so grateful for you and Melody and Craig. Thank you.
Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. So yeah,
I
let's
love
go
you,
ahead.
love you, love you. I love you more.
Impossible. Impossible.
God bless.
All right. So we'll go ahead and call it a day. I love each and every one of you so, so much. And like that, for people that have brought this up, because this, will always be on this weekend, part of learning how to be grateful, that I still to this day, this is my favorite book that taught me how to be grateful. And I just love that. And regardless of your beliefs, I just want you to be extremely thankful for people that fought for our country, that served our country along with their families and the people that miss them. You know what I mean? And so, a lot of people might not believe that these people fought for the freedom that we get to have today. But I'll share one part that really blew my mind. A lot of you know that I've built in a lot of countries. And one of the things is that what turned Colombia around, Colombia used to be known as, one of the worst countries you could go to because of the crime and the violence. And what one guy did, one leader did, why one person can make a difference. And we know this if you, believe in like Jesus or Allah or Muhammad, it's like, it's Buddha. It's amazing what one person can do. And what this guy did when he got into office is that he made every person serve 2 years in what they called the Peace Corps or the military police before they could go to college. And I know that sounds wild, but as soon as he did that, all the parents always turned a blind eye to the corruption, a blind eye to the drug lords that were running the area. And if the police ever did something to stop their merchandising or selling of drugs or whatever, then the mafia would just firebomb them. They would blow up police stations, blow up cars or whatever. And in a blink of an eye, when there was all these children, 18, 17 years old that had to dress in army uniforms to protect, the mafia knew right away they were in trouble. Because if they started killing their kids, the whole country would turn on them. And I just thought, wow. And so if there was anything that probably unpopular as it would be, is if every child in the United States, when they graduated from high school, was forced to go to another country for a couple of years. Because it's funny how there's a big majority of young people today that think this country sucks. And they need to spend a couple of years in another country, and they'd come back and they'd be willing to fight for this country. I guarantee you, because just the freedom of speech sounds like, oh, well, other countries are free. You know what I mean? They're free. Yeah, really? Go over there and start mouthing off about their president and watch how fast things happen to you. It's like, wow. You know what I mean? So I love this country. I'm glad that I'm in it. You know what I mean? And I've been to a lot of countries. And I just thank God that someone, regardless of the war, felt like they were fighting for my freedom so I could do what I do. So let's do a little bit of gratitude over that over the weekend. And for those of you that watch this video live or recorded that served, thank you so much. I know this day is unique because it's for those that are no longer with us, but I love and appreciate you more than you know. So thank you very much. I love each and every one of you. I'll turn it back to Craig and have a blessed Memorial Day weekend.
Bless you, Robert. Thank you so much, and bless in each and every one of you who have whose families have servicemen who we need to remember on this weekend, and in particular on Monday, Memorial Day. We value you. We appreciate you. We love you very much. Okay. To wrap up our Ask Me Anything, just a reminder, if you want all of the information that is in the chat that we have shared during this Ask Me Anything, if you're watching us here on Zoom, I just posted the how to get the link. It's very simple. In the chat, there are 3 dots. Click on those 3 dots and then click on Save Chat. And at the conclusion of this, it will download to your computer. Otherwise, those of you that are watching on YouTube, anything that we've shared that I've just now talked about is in the chat. And it will also be in the description down below the video. So various ways. We got loads of links and quotes that are in there. Please use them. And we really, really appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. Got to give it up to, let's see, Eric Markham, Dee Dee Aston, Sarah, Bill Shoemaker, John Tier, birthday boy, Deborah Bronner for participating in today's Ask Me Anything. And we got to give a shout out to Matthew Hollis. Matthew, wow. Thank you so much for being our foundation, our rock, for being behind the scenes and helping this community grow. We love you and we appreciate you.
Love you, Matt. Thank you.
And of course, Robert, thank you. You are a guide, our GPS to success, our mentor and dear friend. Love you very, very much. And again, if you want to join the inner circle, it's very simple. Go to roberthollis.com/join or click on the join button down below here in the on the YouTube. We would love to have you there. Lots more great things to share with you in the inner circle with our breakthrough sessions and things that are yet to come. So until next time, please be good to yourself, be cash, and bye-bye. And I'm going to unmute so everyone can say so long.
Bye, Robert.
Thank you, everybody. Love you all.
Thank you,
Robert,
Sarah.
everybody.
You're awesome.
Thank you,
Love you
Bill.
guys.
Greg.
Thank you so much.
Go
Bye-bye.
team.
Mike. Thank you, Karen. Thanks, Jay.
Oh, sweet.
See you, Kai. See you, Jerome.
See you there,
Deborah, Andy,
Robert. Take care.
Peter, Arthur.
Matthew, everybody.
Arthur's always here. I appreciate it. Melody, I love you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Billy. Thank you, owner PC. Thanks, Uzi.